Good morning, everyone. This is 11Bravo Crunchy. Just wanted to do a quick off-the-cuff video this morning for you to talk about my thoughts and opinions on the whole Patreon controversy. I'm not an expert on the situation. I can only get the information from the same sources you guys could get it from. If you want to know what's going on, check out Sargon of Akkad's videos from the last week and a half or so. Not very long. Apparently what happened, a quick synopsis of what happened with him. He was invited to appear on a podcast on a completely different platform, on a completely different channel, not his own and not Patreon, in which he said some things. In context, they make sense. Out of context, they sound pretty bad. And Patreon used that as a reason to get rid of him in violation of their user agreements and code of conduct. Well, I've got some thoughts on that, especially considering the fact that they're doing little to give him any kind of appeals process at all. They just up and deleted his channel, no warning, no communication, nothing. Gone. I am morally opposed to that kind of behavior. I'm also morally opposed to a lot of other things in regards to being a content creator that seem to be going on out there. I've already said to you guys at least once, my content will never be pay to watch, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. You'll never have to pay for my content. If you want to pay for my content, that's your choice, and I appreciate it. I really do. But I will not require anybody ever to pay for my content. My content will always be ad-free as far as I am in control of it. Because it's something I enjoy doing for you guys. And gals, if there's any gals out there watching besides my wife. But this is my thoughts on it, and this is what my plan is going forward with the whole Patreon thing. I am not going to be changing what I'm doing right now until there is a viable alternative to Patreon. A lot of people are saying subscribe star. From what I've heard, that's not a viable alternative. It is an alternative, but it doesn't seem to be viable. I haven't had a whole lot of chance to look into it, and I do plan on looking into it some more, but as of right now, Patreon's pretty much the only game in town. So until there's something viable out there, I'm going to be sticking with Patreon, and I'm doing it against my moral convictions. I don't like it. There's not a lot I can do about it. If I were to get rid of my Patreon account, there'd only be about 4 people affected by it. That's not the point. The point is those 4 people or so, and if there's more than that and I'm forgetting about you, I do apologize, but there's really not that many people. But for those 4 people, that's their way of showing that they appreciate what I do. And it's not fair to them for me to get rid of a source of supporting me just because I don't like what's going on. So that's what I'm gonna do until there's something viable out there for me to just take everything, move from Patreon over to this other thing in one big chunk. I'm not moving, and that's the only reason, is because there's nothing to move to. Apparently Dr. Jordan Peterson revealed on a Skype call with Dave Rubin that he's been working on something in the background to replace Patreon. Hopefully it will be something that will support what we do as content creators, the gaming community and the Discord community. But until then, there's not really a whole lot of options other than just axing any funding that you, the viewers, are able to give to us, the content creators. So that's my thoughts. If you guys want to talk to me about this, you know how to get a hold of me. Check out my Discord. I'll put a link in the description for those of you who don't have my Discord. I'll put a link in the description for my Twitch channel where the majority of my content is at. And until I see you guys next time, you can always catch me in chat on Outer Exodus's Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Outer Exodus. And you can always catch me on either mine or his Discord. Again, I'll have a link for my Discord and my Twitch down in the doobly-doo. I think that's the thing to say these days. So, until then, this is 11 Bravo, signing off.